Hey guys, this is Reflection 6 on crying in H Mart. How would you explain this to someone who has not read it? I would explain this to someone who has not read it as sort of a recollection of the last time she had really been home and lived at home with her parents, and almost like a comparison of how last time she was there she wanted to escape the place that she lived, and now this time the entire thing has changed and it's actually she needs to be there because her mother has cancer. And so I would really compare it as, I would really say it's a comparison of when she was there and she wanted to escape, and now she's there and she wants to be this perfect daughter for her mother who is very sick. Who are the major people and characters? Just her, the author, her mother, and her father. What happens, what is the plot, and when and where did the events occur? The events occur in Eugene, beginning of summer. She puts everything on hold, like her band and everything, at the beginning of summer because they find out that her mom has stage 4, I believe. It's like the Roman numerals, so the IV, I think it's 4. Stage 4 cancer, and the doctors do believe that they are going to be able to cure it in time. But she decides to move home for the summer to help out her mother and father. There's something briefly mentioned about how her father did provide after his addiction was over. And yeah, just she wants to provide for her mother. She wants to cook, clean, do all the things that a mother would do for their child. She wants to now be that person for her. Why is the story told in this way? I believe it's told in this way because she's just trying to put an emphasis on how much her mom did for her, and now her mother is incapable of doing a lot of things, so she wants to be this figure for her and step up to be, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. She wants to step up and be her person when it is needed. How/why is the author using language or literary devices? I believe she's using language and literary devices by using kind of foreshadowing her death a little bit by saying she were, just a lot of past tense verbs that I think are definitely foreshadowing her death. We obviously know she does pass because it is mentioned in the first chapter. How/why does the structure/form of the text reveal itself to the audience in this way? I believe it reveals itself to us in this way by kind of just proving that her mother was this person in her life that she could depend on, rely on, and everything in between. And it just kind of proves that that is now who she has to be. And I think it's revealed to us in this way to show that is who she wants to be now for her mom. What themes do you see emerging? I see the theme of maybe, I don't know, I'm kind of wondering if her mother doesn't want the author to be this person for her, because she's acting like she's going to be, but I'm wondering if in the next chapter we read her mother's going to be like, I don't want you doing this, this is not your job. I'm kind of wondering if that's going to happen. I'm making sense of things by really just diving into what the author is saying about who her mother was as a person, and also, of course, having that relative perspective of putting myself in her shoes with my mother. I think it's really important. How does this connect to the concepts or theories we've discussed in class? I believe this connects to the concepts and theories we've discussed in class about personal narrative, just because we talked a whole lot about personal narrative, and this is obviously a story of a personal narrative. From the beginning, it's been more media res from the beginning. Of course, we just skipped a bunch of chapters. I think we're on chapter 11 now. But I think it's just this broad personal narrative, and it's just a really exemplary to help us with our personal narratives, and I really enjoy that. What does this reading teach you about stories/storytelling more genuinely? I think it does teach me a lot about personal narrative and how we as readers can connect with the author when words and adjectives and just describing things, when that is used, it just really helps us be more involved in the story. How does this connect to a larger social/cultural issues or forces? I believe this connects to a larger issue about, I think it's really bringing awareness to cancer and cancer awareness, like it's bringing that into the realm of the personal narrative. Instead of it just being like a story, oh, my mom passed, it's also including the details about the cancer and how her mother felt and how her mother was weak and she couldn't do things. I believe this story is very effective. I think it has really made me realize and just honestly, again, put myself in her shoes and dive into like that perspective that she is portraying. I really enjoy that part. Again, what it made me think about my life experiences, I'm just grateful for the time I do have with my mom, and I'm appreciative of her and everything she does for me. Obviously my personal narrative was about my mother, so I really enjoy seeing other people's personal narratives about their mother, like Crying in H Mart. So I do really enjoy this story, and I think we both connect on a deeper level.